We should be live. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Live unboxing video time. I'm doing one a day this week, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday I'm going to be doing something different, but today, the first of the ones this week, this is Sidereal Confluence, the remastered edition. So this game first came out, I can't remember when, 5-6 years ago, I think. And yeah, it came out. It's a very unusual game. It's fairly unique in what it does. And it is possibly one of the worst games right now for me to be doing an unboxing of, because this requires a large player count. I don't know what the published player count is, but everybody I know who said it, so it says 4 to 9 on the box, but everybody I know who's played it has said don't play it with 4. In fact, 5 is probably the minimum. So yeah, not a game that people can really play at the moment, but once hopefully the world is out of the current global pandemic crisis, people can get together. Yeah, worst COVID game ever. So there we go. So yeah, the original game came out a number of years ago, and a lot of people said that the production quality wasn't great and that the graphic design wasn't great. And the game is a fairly niche game and it's fairly unique. Today, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this version. I haven't really seen much about it other than I've heard the production quality has been increased and the graphic design has been increased. I don't think the rules have changed. If the rules have changed, please let me know. If you know about the game, Ori is saying pit is worse. Yeah, games that require large player count. So yeah, so if you know the game, have any of the rules changed between the old version and the new version? I don't think they have, but I don't know. And I will be telling you a little bit about the game. I've only played the original game once, but I know enough about it to be able to tell you technically playable by 3 by experts who want a challenge. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be telling you a bit about the game, the little I know about it. And this is a game which on paper I shouldn't like that much, but I'm very curious about the game, and my first play of it sort of whet my appetite. And we will see. We will see. It might be a game that ultimately I don't enjoy, but we'll find out. Right, now we have what looks like a custom insert. We've got some custom components here, and we have lots of cards. Okay, I'm not going to open all of these cards. Rulebook is exactly the same. Okay. Well, rulebook isn't, by the rule set is. Okay, rule set is the same. Hopefully they've updated the rulebook with the new images, because that would be weird. Josh is saying he wants to play this game so bad. Yeah. As I say, I'm keen on playing it again, and there's probably a tabletop simulator mod, probably an unofficial one, but a game like this with open trading, if you don't know anything about the game, it has open trading. So you have all the players around the table shouting at each other in real time, trading. That's how it works. And that is not a thing that you see in a lot of board games these days. And I don't think that will work played over like Skype or Zoom or something like that. Right, anyway, we have lots of cards in the game. Okay, so thickness of cards. Okay, I think. I don't think they're the thickest I've seen, but they are fine. I don't know whether these cards get shuffled, if you'd want to sleeve them or not, but certainly the graphic design looks quite nice. Let's have a look. I mean, it's all very subjective. So yeah, quite like the look of these. And then basically it's a resource conversion game. So you can see here, you put 3 of those in and it spits out 6 of those, 1 of those and 1 of those. And you basically have lots and lots of cards that all convert one type of resource into other types of resource. Yeah, and that is what it's about. It's about building these cards, which then basically convert one resource into other resources, and then trading those resources with other people. So these are all of the cards for one particular type of player, and it's all asymmetric as well. So multiple races in the game, and they all play asymmetric, very, very asymmetric from what I've heard. And my one experience of the game was 4 or 5 players. Are these? I've just noticed these are 2-sided. Are they 2-sided? Yeah, they're 2-sided. Okay. So this is the front of the card. This is the back of the card. Is it the same? Is it the same? No, it's different. Okay, so yeah, front of the card, back of the card. Maybe you upgrade it or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, 4 packs of cards, lots of cards in the game. That is just one of them. Let me just check to see how many cards are actually included in the game. Right, lots. Where's the cards? Where's the cards? Down here. Right, okay, so yeah, lots of cards. You can see here, 41 technology stroke research team cards, 40 colony cards, and then 20, multiple cards for each of the races. So it looks like there's 9 different races in the game. Here we go, 389 cards, it seems, from the index. So there we go. Right, so we've had a look at one lot of cards. Let's have a look next at these components here. Now, if you think it's a little bit shiny, it's because I've only got one light here. The other light is downstairs because I'm painting at the moment. So I use one of my studio lights for painting. Okay, so these, yeah, that's why it's very, very bright. Okay, so these are pretty big. These are big and these are chunky. What can I get to give you an idea of size? I can get monkey. Is that going to help? No, it's probably not going to help. What can I get to give you an idea of size? I can get a card from Codenames. Right, there you go. There's a card from Codenames. So if you know how big that is, and you can see how big my hand is, and that's how big these cubes are. So these cubes are pretty big. And we have these clear yellow ones. We have mostly opaque black ones, but you can just about see through them a bit. We have these silvery ones with a bit of a marble texture, and we have these blue ones. So 4 different colours of those big cubes. Let's have a look in the rulebook what they're called. Do I have a reference banana? I don't know. No. Downstairs, yes. So the big cubes are, yeah, they're called large cubes. So you have information cubes, which are the black ones, biotechnology cubes, the blue ones, power cubes, the yellow ones. What about the grey ones? Oh, that'll be these wild ones. So 12 large Unity cubes, which are wild. Okay, so there's the large cubes. And then there are small cubes as well. Okay, so again, we've got grey ones, which are wild. But then we have different colours. We've got some, are they the same yellow? They're a slightly different yellow. Let's just see if they are different. Yeah, they're brown. So they're small industry cubes. The white ones are culture. The green ones are food or life support. They're quite a nice little green. Okay, so they are some of the resources in the game that you'll be trading. And we also have these. So Bluch is in the chat, and this is interesting because you've got the original one. So you need to decide whether it's worth buying a new version. And this is always an interesting thing. If you've got the original version of the game and the new version is no different in terms of rules, it's just nicer components, would you buy the new version of the game? I guess it depends on your disposable income, but also it depends how much you like the game. So what are these? These are Ultratech octagons. These are really nice as well. I don't know if you can see because I've got the light probably a bit too bright. Come on, focus, focus, focus. This overhead camera is really slow at focusing. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but these are not quite, these aren't opaque, they're semi-transparent, and there's a nice pattern in the middle. Yeah, it's not focusing properly. Why is it focusing on that word? Anyway, that's those. Let's get that out of the way. Right, so these are all the different, so these are big and chunky. These are nice. Yeah, and these are cubes. Right, okay, there we go. So that's them. New rulebook is supposed to be way better. Yeah, the original rulebook wasn't good. And I've heard the same, Andrew, that the new rulebook is better. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Not that I'm going to read the rulebook on camera. So next up is, in addition to the 396 cards, how many? 389 cards in the game, we have some punch boards. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 punch boards. Let's get in. I'm all rubbish at getting in these. There we go. Right. So we've got the main punch boards, but on top of the main punch boards, we also have these. Now, these are player screens. These are a bit thin. These are quite thin. I don't know why they didn't make these card as well, but I guess... So they felt really thin when I opened them, but actually, yeah, not sure why they didn't do them with card. I mean, they're okay. They stay there. They're better once you put them together. Okay, so that's them. So each player has one of these. Yeah. So that's those. So one for each of the different 9 races. And then we have these. So a lot of these punch boards, you see this punch board, is literally just, boom, there you go. Now, do you have this in front of you during the game? I mean, there's a lot of information on here. So this is presumably, this is the flavour stuff. And then this is the stuff about how your race actually works. Okay, apparently there is a teaching guide that never made it into the first edition, which is included in the second edition. Yeah, that was one of the downsides with the original game, which made it hard to get to the table, is the learning curve. And a friend of mine, Chewy, said, yeah, it's an absolute pain to teach. The new player screens no longer have the value estimations for the goods. Ah, right, yeah, so I remember that. In the original game, the player screens used to have on them, it used to give you an idea of the rough value of the goods. And I thought that was useful. But if they've got rid of it from here, I don't know why. They've took the information away from the screen and the alien powers and moved them to individual player aids. Okay, I haven't seen those player aids yet. So anyway, we've got punch boards for the 9 races. And then let's do Paul's punch test on these. Okay. Yeah, punching out mostly okay. Yeah, there we go. So that's fine. I was a bit worried. The first one didn't seem to want to punch out. Now, one of the downsides with the original, from what I remember, is the counters that represented the fighters. Because all fighters were the same, but then they produced counters with different artwork on for each of the factions, and they didn't need to be. They just needed to be standard. And that's what they've done here. So these are the fighter tokens, and they're all the same. Right, that's good. I approve of that. These are victory point tokens, which come in different denominations. 1s, 2, 5s, and 10s. What else do we have? We have some extra stuff. So this will be for the different races, because each race has its own unique stuff. But card is thick. It's thicker than the last unboxing I did slightly. It's probably 2 mil, maybe 1.5, 2 mil. But yeah, that's fairly good and chunky. And then we have this. So this colony bid track. We have, I can't remember how you played this game, but it seems that we've got multiple colony bid tracks of different colours. And then we've got some more bid tracks and some more bid tracks. Yes, so card components. It doesn't really have a game board as such. The cards that each player has is kind of their game board. It is very much a card-driven game. If you've seen pictures of games of this being played, like 7 players, it's a 6x4 table covered in cards. It's insane. As I say, the game is fairly unique in the way that it plays. Yeah, so this is how a setup would be. Each player has their own player board, has their starting cards. So you don't start with all of those cards in play. You start with some of them in play, and then you have bits in the middle for the research team bid track, the colony bid track, some confluence cards, whatever they are, I can't remember. And then you have the players all sat around, each with their own stuff. And yeah, you'll be trading for the cubes of the different types, and then you'll be converting those cubes into other cubes, and then you'll be trading those with other players. And it's all about trying to get the things that your particular race needs. So let's have a look at the rulebook while we're here. Okay, components list, good. Setting up the game, different factions, bit of flavour, it's fine. Big font, very big font on this. Confluence cards are the round tracker. Okay, thank you. Yeah, then we have game setup diagram. I think this is relatively light on rules. I think the rules of this game are fairly streamlined. It's all about the gameplay and the player interactions. And yeah, on paper, not the kind of game that I would normally play. 5 or 6 people or 9 people shouting at each other around a table. Not my kind of thing really, but there's something about this game that makes me really want to try it. As I tried it once, wasn't a great experience, but that wasn't down to the game itself. So it's something I definitely want to try again, maybe with different players. Okay, yeah, I don't know how good this rulebook is until I've gone through it, but images look good, size of the font is good. I don't know where that, teaching guide. Teaching guide is on a separate piece of paper. So here we go. Teaching guide. Barrister says, surprised that people saying the game is hard to teach. As you say, it's light on rules. Yeah, but a game that's light on rules and being hard to teach, I can understand that. I can absolutely understand that. And I certainly know from my one experience of playing the game, the person who was teaching the game, an hour in, 3 of us sat there at the table. We hadn't got the faintest idea what we were doing. We didn't even understand the basics of what we were supposed to be doing. So it isn't. I can understand that it isn't that easy to teach, which is why there is a teaching guide. Teaching games is hard. Right, that is it. That is all of the components. So thank you very much for joining me, and thank you to all of the people in the chat who actually know the game better than me, who have helped me out with it. Optimal player count then. Question for the chat. Optimal player count. Is it 9 or is it 5? Because realistically, I'm not going to be able to play this game with 9 even when the pandemic is over. Although that would be an epic experience. Maybe I will add that to my bucket list. Play Sidereal Confluence with 9 players and just add it onto the list of crazy things to do. The big thick player aids provide you with direction. Right, that's these. Now, advice. Okay, that's good. So each player needs to read you need to cover the basic rules of the game. Then each player needs to read their particular one, and that will tell you what to do. You need to be aware in this game that when the people are trading with you, they are trading with you because it's in their best interest. Okay, if they are offering you a deal, you just need to be very, very careful that you know what they're going to get out of it, and make sure you benefit as much as you want. And that's the tricky thing with this game. If you can imagine, you got 5 or 6 people around the table, and somebody is saying to you, "I'll give you one of these big yellow cubes for 3 of your white ones," right? And you're like, "Well, I don't really need these 3 white ones, and I really want the yellow one." And you might say, "Yeah, sure." And then they go, "Right, thank you very much." And they take the 3 white ones, and they manage to like win the game because of it. It's one of those, you've got to be very, very careful when you're trading, and obviously play with people that, well, if you play with people that you know you don't trust, then just be aware that they are probably going to lie to you about how good that deal is for you. But I'm somebody, so I'll tell you why. For those people in the chat who might be confused as to why I'm even interested in this game, is when I started gaming, pre-hobby gaming, so I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. I'm going to punch these out while I'm talking. Advanced Civilization from Avalon Hill, well, Civilization followed by Advanced Civilization, was one of the games that I played. I sort of grew up playing Advanced Civilization, Acquire, Axis and Allies, and games like that. And Advanced Civilization has open trading. And that was one of the fascinating parts of that game. Now, personally, I prefer the trading in Advanced Civilization because it is harder to be caught out. In the basic Civilization, I found that I was unable to do the maths required to work out if a deal was going to be bad or not. Whereas in Advanced Civilization, they changed the trading rules and made it a lot easier to understand. Basically, you traded a minimum of 3 cards and you had to say what 2 of them were, and you could be lying about the 3rd one, right? That was it. It was very, very simple. And it represented the fact that trading was absolutely essential, but it could come with danger because you could trade disasters with each other and things like that. So anyway, one of the earliest games, and Advanced Civilization was, one of my favorite games for many, many, many years. I still love the game, but I just don't have the 12 to 15 hours to play the game anymore. So although open trading isn't generally a core Euro game mechanism, which is what I play these days, it's something which fascinates me. The playmat, this is from Game Toppers. I'll zoom out as much as I can, although you can see my computer there. So this is a Game Toppers mat from Game Toppers to go on my Game Topper. There we go. Craig is saying, any idea how significantly the rules have changed from the first edition? According to the chat, the rules haven't changed whatsoever. Have I looked at Trade on the Tigris? It's inspired by Civilization. I haven't looked at it, but I do know the designer. Maybe I'll have a word with Jeff. It's a game from Jeff Engelstein, I think. Pretty sure it is. So it's already of interest, but no, I didn't realise that. But if it's inspired by Civilization, thank you, Ori, for putting another game on my on my list of games that I want to look at. Oh, and Ryan Sturm as well. Right, okay. Carl is here, so many bits. Yeah, lots of bits, but not many different types of bits. So there's a huge number of these, 391 cards. Okay, so yeah, there is lots of bits, but it's not like, some other Euro games where you've got 50 of those, 40 of these, 30 of these, there's lots of similar types of bits. So no change. If you recall correctly, one small correction. I wonder what that correction is. Maybe it was like a piece of errata or something like that. Anyway, who's coming over for a 9-player game of this weekend? I wouldn't let you in even if you came round. 2 reasons. One, lockdown, I'd get arrested. But the second one is this weekend, for those who don't know, so this is a plug, but I'm allowed to plug it because it's my own event. This event, starting on Friday morning, 9 o'clock GMT, I am hosting Virtual GridCon 2. It's an online gaming convention. It's free to attend. So I'm not trying to get any money out of you. It's absolutely free. There is a Google Sheet where people are planning games. There is a Discord server. If you are interested in playing any games online over the weekend, please let me know. Just drop me a message or go to gridcon.co.uk. That's happening this weekend. So there's a lot of games being planned in advance, but there's also an active Discord server that's going to be running for the whole weekend. And if you just want to play a game of anything online using Tabletop Simulator, Tabletopia, or Board Game Arena, or anything like that, then yeah, please come on by. If you want to play this, if there is a mod, then let me know. Johnny's saying it helps that they have they don't have different ship components. Yeah, that's the one thing I mentioned earlier on, is these ships in this version are all the same now. They used to be different in the original version of the game. But anyway, yes, Virtual GridCon is happening this weekend. I myself will be live streaming games for 3 days. So I'm taking part in the event because it's my event. And I'm basically going to be live streaming. So from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 10 o'clock at night for all 3 days, I'm going to be live streaming games. There's a lot of games that I'm going to be playing over the weekend, including Mage Knight for one, because it's been ages since I've played that. And yeah, if you're interested at all, please get in contact with me and find out how you sign up, which is basically, go to gridcon.co.uk or the Facebook group, GridCon Facebook group. You can come on there. I think I'm almost done punching all of this out. And then I'm going to sit tonight and I'm going to watch the next episode of Star Trek Discovery, and I'm going to put all of this in Ziploc bags because, okay, it sort of comes with Ziploc bags. It's come with 2 gargantuan size Ziploc bags. Right. Was there any others, or was that it? I think that was it. Okay. Right. Well, I'm not going to be using these, I'm afraid, because these are just, well, I'll tell you what. Oh, that's why. They're this size because they fit these. Have I only got 2? Why have I not got 9 of them? Okay, did anybody see at the start of the unboxing, should I have had 9 of these bags? Should I have 2 huge bags of bits? Yes. Matthew says Mage Knight. Yes, Mage Knight is my #1 favourite game of all time, and I don't get to play it enough. And I think that's happening on Friday morning. Yeah, I think it might be the first game that I'm playing. Friday morning, doing a live stream of me and Rick playing 2-player full conquest. So that's happening then. Yeah, we're done. So yeah, just 2 huge Ziploc bags. But yeah, I'm not going to use these. I am going to get some smaller Ziploc bags for these. And the other question is, do these fit sleeved cards? I don't know. Do I have any sleeves here? I should keep some sleeves in this room actually, for this very purpose. Bear with us a minute. I'm just going to get my copy of Gloomhaven, because that has some sleeved cards. Where's my character gone? Are these sleeved? No, they're not sleeved. Right, I can't tell you whether it will fit sleeved cards. Oh, I've been told they won't fit sleeves. I've been told they won't fit with sleeves. Sleeves are barely necessary. Yeah, that is a good point. You don't actually shuffle these cards. You start with certain ones in play, and then whenever you want to get new cards, I think you can choose which cards you want. So yeah, there is very little need. Yeah. So yeah, Benji is saying there's very little need to shuffle cards. So I don't think there's any point, unless you're like an obsessive sleever, like I am with certain things. I don't think it's worth buying 391 sleeves for this. Is the CGE list of times going to be added to the main games spreadsheet, says Linda. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm trying not to duplicate information. So for the CGE demos that are running this weekend, because CGE are doing demos over at Virtual GridCon, yeah, go directly to the CGE list. Yeah, remove the insert to get everything back in the box. I hope not, because that's a point. Actually, we've got these. I don't need Ziploc bags. Here's me going on about Ziploc bags, and I don't think I need them because we have this custom insert. Now, one of the things I find a problem with some custom inserts is that they look nice and you put the stuff in, but then you carry the box somewhere and everything falls out. I'm hoping that if the boards go on top of this, that isn't going to be a problem. But yes, we have. These are for the fighters. Right, okay, so these are for the fighters. These are for all the victory point counters. Nice. So what goes in here? I don't know. That might be all of these other bits. Yes. Okay, so I think we have a custom insert that actually holds all of these bits. I don't exactly know what goes where, but I think we're on the right lines, and I think they go in the middle. Okay, well that doesn't fit. It doesn't lie down. Maybe it's going to go vertically. And where are these supposed to go? Yeah, it looks like there are some spaces here to put stuff. Let's try and put things in, because there's quite a few of these, so maybe they do go vertically. Okay, I mean vertically would make sense, because if you put them horizontally, you then have to reach in to get them out, but they kind of go there. And maybe these go on the sides. Like that. Does it fit? Does it fit? It doesn't quite fit. So no, maybe that doesn't go there. I don't know. I will experiment with this later on. Yeah, get rid of the insert and do 9 bags. Fun puzzle, yes. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a guide on how it all goes back in? Or is it one of those puzzles? Because yeah, we have an indentation here, which looks like it should fit something in. Ah, that looks like it goes there. I mean, I don't know if these go here. Maybe these go, no. Yeah, maybe if they don't go there, maybe the components go down the middle. Yeah, that's probably it. But where do these go? This is dragging on this video, isn't it? As I try to work out what goes there. I'm pretty sure those go there. But it's what goes here. And I'm not sure. Anyway, I think I'm going to give up for now. Save some punchboard frames to put under the insert, then the stuff won't fall out. That's a very good tip, Renee. Yeah, for those who don't know, if, like I've just said, sometimes when you put the stuff in, there is still a little bit of space in the box. So then when you transport it, things move around and the components fall out. What Renee is saying is if you were to keep, and I don't know if that's the case with this box, I don't think it is, but if you keep some of your punch boards, and rather than throwing them in the recycling, if you put them underneath, like so, what it does is it raises it up just a little bit, and then hopefully you don't have any space between this and the box, and then the components won't go anywhere. So yeah, a little tip. There's an image on the bottom of the box apparently. Oh, Eric's here. Hi Eric, thank you for joining in. The player boards and tracks go on top. No, Link didn't post. Probably because it's set. Let me have a look. I might need to authorize it. No, it's not come through. Okay. So yeah, Eric is in the chat from WizKids and he's saying, where is it? I've lost it. The player boards and tracks go on top. So let's get rid of them. Player boards and tracks go on top. So that's these. So these all go on top. And then the player boards go on top. And all the components would go down there. There you go. Right, that's pretty much it, I think. And then, yeah, so that's going to be right close to the top. So I don't think there's going to be much movement in that. I'll probably put that one there, actually. Yeah, and all the other components will go down the middle. So yeah, it will all go in. But I'm not going to sit here and put everything away. But as you can see, we've got all of these components scattered around here. These plastic pieces, these will go in bags in the middle, which is why there's two big bags now. That makes sense because they will all go in the middle. And all of these cardboard chits, these will go in these sections here. Not quite sure what goes in there or there, but that's probably, yeah, that's probably all of these funny special bits. They go in there. And then it'll all go together and then the lid will go on. And there you go. That is everything. So yes, in a few months' time, hopefully, I'll be doing a video of this. I need to find, and the thing is, this games room where I do all of my filming, I can get 4 people in here comfortably. 5 is a bit of a push. 6, I've never had 6 people in here. It'll be tricky. So maybe we'll do a 4-player playthrough at some point. As I say, it's all dependent on the global situation. Do want to do it. It will be coming to the channel. I don't know when. It may be in a month's time. It may be in 3 months' time. It may be in 6 months' time. But at some point in the future, there will be a playthrough video of Sidereal Confluence at some point. Right, I'm going to disappear now and get some spaghetti bolognese, watch some TV and put this away. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. And as I say, if you want to play any games this weekend, 3 days of virtual gaming, virtual GridCon happening this Friday for 3 days, completely free. Just pop in, play some games with people, and yeah, join in. That's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you same time tomorrow for tomorrow's unboxing, which I think is going to be Viscounts of the West Kingdom. Yeah, that's tomorrow's one. Right. Cheers, everyone. Good night.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.